President, though, Jack?
Yeah, well, you know, you'd be scared if there was a child at the controls of a huge jumbo jet.
Are you here to promote your movie, or like everyone else on a plane out of America at the moment, are you just trying to escape Donald Trump?
I'm here to promote Kung Fu Panda. I'm not scared of Trump.
Jack Black just turned Donald Trump into the biggest punchline on live TV, and Trump's team is fuming about it. The School of Rock star didn't just criticize Trump, he became Trump, mocking his ego with spot-on mimicry that has everyone talking.
Balls to the wall, I'm the best, and everything I do is amazing. Shtick may have influenced our current president. Is that possible?
When a comedian known for playing lovable goofballs suddenly transforms into a political satirist and absolutely nails it, you know something special happened. Trump's team even rushed to Truth Social to respond, proving Black hit a nerve that's still stinging. Watch how Jack used Trump's own tactics against him in the most brilliant way possible. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. In a stunning display of comedic genius, Jack Black just took his impression game to a whole new level. We've seen plenty of Trump impersonations over the years, but Black didn't just mimic the former president, he became him.
I feel like Donald Trump saw a Tenacious D concert. Because it's like, that's our whole thing.
The transformation was so complete, so eerily accurate, that audiences couldn't stop laughing while simultaneously cringing at the brutal honesty behind the humor. What made Black's performance stand out wasn't just slapping on an orange wig and calling it a day. The comedian clearly spent hours studying Trump's every move, from his distinctive forward-leaning posture to those infamous hand gestures that look like he's perpetually measuring invisible fish. Black nailed that pouty, pursed lip expression Trump makes when he's trying to appear serious, but actually looks like a toddler who didn't get dessert.
Never saw him, never heard of him, and don't want to hear of him, but I have no idea. They put a comedian in, which everybody does, you throw comedians in.
The genius of Black's approach was how he weaponized Trump's own mannerisms against him. While SNL and late-night hosts have given us plenty of Trump impressions, they often go for broad strokes. Black, however, dug deeper into the psychological aspects, capturing that desperate need for validation that drives everything Trump does.
Like, I was sick of seeing Republicans seize the rock and roll mantle. Like, all of a sudden, it's part of their branding. So much, except for Donald Trump's a piece of shit. Peace out, love you!
It was like watching a comedy masterclass where the teacher also happens to be delivering a devastating character assassination. When Black launched into his impression, the audience was treated to that signature Trump verbal style. You know, the one where sentences start somewhere, wander off to admire themselves in a mirror, and eventually stumble to a conclusion nobody saw coming.
I'm gonna use that technique. I'm the greatest president. I got all the greatest people, all the best this.
I have the best words, tremendous words, words you've never even heard of, believe me, Black rambled, nailing that peculiar cadence where Trump constantly interrupts himself to offer self-praise. But what really sent this performance viral was the mock award ceremony Black created. Picture this, Jack Black as Trump, standing there awarding himself made-up honors like the greatest rally attendance in human history, while comparing his actual events to discount Vegas shows where they can't even fill the cheap seats.
This evil warlock stole our magic, but just took out all of the irony. It's like, no, I'm serious. I really am the greatest.
The comedian twisted the knife further by having Trump as Black give himself trophies for most tremendous pandemic response, while mimicking how the former president would somehow turn thousands of deaths into a personal victory. The physical comedy was equally brilliant.
President, though, Jack?
Yeah, well, you know, you'd be scared if there was a child at the controls of a huge jumbo jet.
Black captured Trump's self-obsession perfectly, literally handing imaginary trophies to himself with exaggerated pomp. He'd announce each award with that trademark Trump smugness, then pivot to accepting it with false humility. I wasn't expecting this, but I deserve it more than anyone. The audience was in stitches as Black strutted around the stage, shoulders hunched forward, hands constantly gesturing like he's trying to hypnotize viewers.
Get out on Meryl Streep's resume!
I said, I know I turned them down, but my president needs me.
What elevated this beyond mere mockery was Black's understanding that Trump's entire existence is performative. Every public appearance is theater, every speech is showmanship. By amplifying these qualities just slightly, Black created a funhouse mirror reflection that exposed the absurdity at the core of Trump's public persona.
I'm a little freaked out by the people that are attracted to his rallies. I'm scared of his people.
Perhaps the most savage moment came when Black brought Melania into the bit. With perfect timing, he pivoted from self-adoration to mention his gorgeous wife, who is definitely not counting down the days until she can legally escape. The audience gasped before erupting into laughter as Black as Trump added, "She loves me tremendously, believes everything I say, and only cries in the bathroom where no one can see." That line hit so hard because it played into what many have long suspected about the former First Lady's situation. Comedy works best when it contains a kernel of truth, and that's exactly why Black's impression cut so deep. By becoming this funhouse mirror version of Trump, Black didn't need to make direct criticisms. The exaggerated reflection did all the work, highlighting narcissism that would be pathetic if it weren't coming from someone who once occupied the most powerful office in the world. This is why satirical mimicry can be far more devastating than straightforward criticism.
Our American right to vote and to try to generate some excitement in the youth, but really rock and roll now.
When Trump watches someone like Black perform, he's essentially forced to confront his own behavior, just with the volume turned up slightly. It's like when you hear your own voice recorded and think, do I really sound like that? Except in Trump's case, it's, do I really act that narcissistic? Spoiler alert, yes, he does.
Are you here to promote your movie, or like everyone else on a plane out of America at the moment, are you just trying to escape Donald Trump?
I'm here to promote Kung Fu Panda. I'm not scared of Trump.
Black's willingness to go all in on this impression shows that even entertainers typically known for more mainstream comedy feel compelled to speak out. The political climate has grown so divisive that staying silent feels like complicity to many. When Jack Black transforms into Trump, he's not just going for laughs. He's making a statement about the absurdity that we've normalized in our political discourse. So what's the deal with Jack Black suddenly going political? This isn't typical for the Kung Fu Panda guy. Black has mostly kept his opinions to himself throughout his career, making his Trump takedown that much more powerful. When a normally non-political comedian feels the need to speak up, you know things have gotten serious in America.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Left thought Jack Black was just the funny guy, the cool dude. I mean, he was, after all, the Democrats' pick for Biden.
This unexpected political turn reveals how our crazy divided climate is pushing even entertainment figures to take stands. Black's impression worked because it simply reflected Trump back at himself. No fancy political arguments needed. When Trump's team got all huffy on Truth Social afterward, they only proved Black's point. Nothing stings like seeing yourself in the mirror.